Hello, cat lovers of the world. I'm Alexis, and today I'm going to show you how to build a cat furniture wall that your little furry friends will absolutely love. It is a great way to give them more space to climb, jump, and play while also adding a creative touch to your space. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and leave a comment letting me know what you'd like to see next. Before we jump into the build, we must discuss the most important part, the cat furniture. Ensure that you buy sturdy furniture from a reputable brand. This way, if anything happens to your furniture, you can always buy replacement parts or a replacement piece from that brand. The furniture I'm using today is from Amazon. The reason that I chose this brand is due to the design, durability, and reputability. Now let's jump right into the video. Tip number 1. Map everything out. Start with your ideas in your head, sketch them on paper, and then bring them to life on the wall. Use painter's tape to visualize the layout and make adjustments. This step is important for planning your cat's routes and ensuring a cohesive design. Tip number 2. Gather all your materials ahead of time. Here's what you'll need: a drill, drill bits, screwdrivers, screws, drywall mounts or toggle bolts that can hold the weight of a jumping cat, levels, both mini and large, a pencil, a stud finder, a vacuum, and most importantly, time and patience. Also, be sure to keep spackle, paint, and a brush handy for any mistakes because let's face it, we're only human. Now here's a funny story. I actually rebuilt my cat wall twice. The first time I made a mistake using the drywall anchors that came with the furniture, and let's just say my cat jumped on the platform and he wasn't the only thing that fell down. Let's just say, lesson learned. Needless to say, I didn't end up using the anchors that came with the furniture. I purchased reliable and trustworthy toggle bolts that do not budge a single bit. The second time, I patched some mistakes and repainted the wall, so yes, I ended up hanging everything 3 times. You can avoid this by following the tips I'm sharing today. Tip number 3, make sure everything is level and sturdy. This is not just for aesthetics, it's for safety. A wobbly platform or crooked shelf could be disastrous for your little kitty. Tip number 4, if you have multiple cats, make sure there are multiple routes. Cats are independent creatures, and like me, they don't like traffic jams. Give them options to avoid any potential roadblocks. Tip number 5, fill the space, but make sure your cats have enough room to jump and run. Cats love to stretch out and leap, so plan for varying heights and distances between platforms. Tip number 6, don't make it too cluttered. If there's too much going on, your cat might ignore parts of the wall. Keep the design cohesive and make sure the spacing allows your cat to move comfortably between elements without feeling too cramped. Tip number 7, my favorite tip of them all, have fun with your cats. Play with them on the wall to get them used to it. At first, it might seem unfamiliar, but a laser pointer or their favorite toy can encourage them to explore. Once they get a feel for the new furniture and become more comfortable, they'll be climbing, running, and jumping like pros. Okay, now let's dive into my experience with this project. I spent hours, probably around 10 hours total, researching different brands of cat furniture. I was on the hunt for something that was durable but still budget friendly. The Amazon pieces I mentioned earlier in this video, absolute winners. They're simple, sturdy, and affordable all at the same time. Plus, they go on sale pretty often. And here's a pro tip. There's this cool website called Camel, and it tracks Amazon price drops and sends you alerts when there's a sale. This is not sponsored at all. I highly recommend checking it out if you love a good deal like I do. Now, here's where I messed up. I did not do enough research on the building side of things. Sure, I browsed some inspiration photos on Reddit, but I completely skipped over the technical aspect. I thought, how hard can it be? Spoiler alert, it was harder than I thought. If I could go back, I'd absolutely spend more time preparing because it would have saved me so much time and frustration. Now let's talk drywall. If you have thick drywall like I do, do not use the hardware that comes with your furniture. Seriously, those flimsy plastic drywall anchors are useless, especially when it comes to holding the weight of a cat launching itself onto a platform. Instead, invest in something sturdy like toggle bolts. The cat furniture I installed now, it's so secure that I tested it. Yes, I literally sat on it. And it held. Don't ask. And I have to warn you, be prepared for a mess. This isn't just a little broom and dustpan situation. Drywall debris gets everywhere. In my case, it was especially bad because I had to patch and sand 40 holes. Yup, 40. Most of those were my mistakes I made along the way. So if you're doing this in one go and get it right the first time, your cleanup won't be nearly as intense. Here's what helped me manage the chaos. I had a good vacuum on standby and I ended up buying an air purifier, and it made such a difference. No more drywall dust floating around, and it even got rid of the static electricity that was shocking me, my poor little cat, every time I touched her. So my advice, take your time to plan ahead. Invest in better hardware from the start and be ready for a little bit of mess. Your future self and your cats will be so grateful. And that's how you build a cat furniture wall. It is such a fun project that you and your little furry friends will enjoy for years to come. If you try this at home, let me know in the comments how it turned out. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and let me know what project you'd like me to tackle next. Thanks for watching. Happy building!